Brilliance Audio.
What She Said by DS Butler, performed by Henrietta Mear. Molly McCarthy set her doll next to Teddy on the floor. It was almost her birthday. One more sleep and she would be 5.
"I'll have a birthday party," she told the toys, "and there'll be cupcakes and presents."
Teddy gazed at her with shiny brown eyes. He looked sad.
"You'll still be my favourite,"
she told him, patting his furry head. Molly didn't want any more stuffed toys or dolls. She wanted a big girl's present. A bike. A brand new, shiny, extra-fast bike. She'd asked Father Christmas for one, even written him a letter and sent it to the North Pole, but her mum said Father Christmas thought she was too little for a grown-up bike, and she would have to make do with her tricycle. But now she was going to be 5, and that was old enough for a big girl's bike.
"I'm bigger now, aren't I, Teddy?"
She leaned over and pushed the stuffed toy's head to make it appear as though the bear was nodding. She was supposed to be getting dressed, but she was still wearing her daisy-patterned nightdress. Her mother was moving about downstairs in the kitchen. Soon she would call for Molly for breakfast. Then she would tell Molly off for not being dressed, as she did every morning. Her mother had tried to lay Molly's clothes out the night before to save time in the morning, but Molly didn't like that. She liked to choose her own outfits, even if they were mismatched. And sometimes she liked to wear a pink princess skirt with netting, together with a pair of purple and yellow striped tights. Her mother would sigh, but her father would laugh and say Molly had her own style.
"What colour do you think my bike will be, Ted?"
Molly asked, sitting down beside the bear on her soft grey bedroom carpet.
"I hope it's purple."
Purple was Molly's favourite colour. It used to be pink, but purple was more grown up. "Molly!" Her mother's voice carried up the stairs. "Are you dressed?" Molly didn't reply, because she wasn't dressed, so she couldn't say yes, because that would be a lie, and lies were bad. She wasn't supposed to tell lies. She'd got into trouble last week for lying, although Molly didn't think she'd done anything wrong. She'd just been telling a story. Molly had been having a picnic with Teddy in the garden, when Mrs. Green, their elderly next-door neighbour, had come over to the fence to say hello. Molly told the woman she'd seen Tiddles, Mrs. Green's marmalade cat, and Mrs. Green said Tiddles was probably out having an adventure. Molly had agreed, and said she'd seen the cat grow fairy wings and fly off over the rooftops. She'd looked so happy at the thought of her cat soaring through the sky on an adventure that Molly had continued her story, adding more details. By the time she'd finished, Mrs. Green had been laughing so hard she had tears rolling down her cheeks. Grown-ups were strange. Molly stood up and opened the top drawer of her dresser, pulling out some underwear and a pair of white and yellow ankle socks. She put on her underwear, then split the socks apart and sat down on the floor and wiggled her toes. She didn't like socks. She tugged the first one on and looked at her feet, wiggled her toes again, then lifted her nightshirt over her head and tugged open a second drawer. She was going to the big school today, visiting, getting ready for when it would be her time to go to the big school all day, not nursery, with all the babies like she did at the moment. She selected a green t-shirt and a pink pair of dungarees. The t-shirt went on all right, but the dungarees were more difficult, and she gave up, leaving them in a heap on the floor. "Molly, where are you?" her mother called. "Your breakfast is ready. It'll get soggy and you'll still have to eat it." Molly knew that wasn't true. Her mother never added the milk until Molly got down to the kitchen, because she knew Molly wouldn't eat the cereal if it was soggy. Her dad said they were both as stubborn as each other. Molly picked up a bobble from the floor. She couldn't do her own hair yet. That was too tricky, so she'd have to let her mother help her. She left the dungarees on the floor and went downstairs in her t-shirt, knickers, and one sock, humming Humpty Dumpty.